would come and do it the right way, I'd be the first one on the bridge shaking their hand.
I'm concerned about my safety, the safety of my daughters.
The front door to their home is open and people are streaming through.
The citizens of this county and border counties are put in danger every single day because of the crisis at the border.
These people are probably about a mile and a half from the river.
How would that affect their houses if they have illegal aliens coming up at all times of night through the Rio Grande?
Recently, there was a break-in and a homeowner was assaulted at one of those houses.
Guys, we've been in Del Rio, Texas for the last few days, witnessing firsthand the humanitarian crisis plaguing our southern border.
From stories of home invasions experienced by local ranchers by members of the cartel to shootouts, that is the reality of life on our southern border.
I feel like I've been totally abandoned, like they don't care. You're going to hear stories from the DPS and probably the Border Patrol of humans being found in the pastures assassinated, bullets in the back of their head, because they don't comply with what the cartels want them to do.
I've had people trying to break into my home. I've been chased back to our house by an illegal. You know, our vehicles have been damaged. We've had things around our property that have been damaged. It is a constant struggle, and the weight emotionally to never be able to actually let your guard down, knowing what danger exists in your own brush on your own property, it shouldn't be. Yeah. I shouldn't have to, as an American, be armed just to let my kids play outside.
We shouldn't have to worry about anybody coming onto our property and knocking on our door in the middle of the night, or surrounding the house and looking in my daughter's window in the middle of the day, you know?
I've had them come to my doors, knock on my windows. It might be one, it might be two, and one particular night I had probably about 15 surround my house, banging on my windows and banging on my door. I've got on camera where they have literally the drugs are being transported with guys holding pistols, guys holding ARs. I've got in the middle of the night and our cameras hit. That ain't the ones that just want a better life over here, as the left side would try to make us believe.
Right there, that right there is a bullpup. Obviously going to be large caliber.
That was a cartel guy or what?
Had to be.
Had to be?
They were well, they're the only ones armed.
They're walking across the river, climbing up the canyons, the water lines. They're constantly poking holes in the water, which runs the whole time, dries the well up. You've got $500,000 worth of damage on some ranches within a month, and nobody pays for it.
None of us want to face the public scrutiny that comes with just trying to defend our property and defend our homes.
We saw huge amounts of traffic coming through. We went from 6 cases a month to about 500 cases a month.
What you're essentially hearing from your sources in law enforcement is that they're being not just told, but directed to not enforce the law.
Directed. They are not being, it's not that they're not being told, it's that they're being directed. We had a great example across the street. People were smoking dope, people were doing drug deals within sight of the police, and they couldn't do anything about it.
But if an American citizen were to do something like that?
Oh my gosh, American citizens would get in trouble immediately. It is a bad start to the American experience. You are being taught that you can skirt the law.
You know, the smuggling side of things with the vehicles, those are all felonies which are handled by the district attorney. But a lot of misdemeanor crimes come out of those. When they get out and run through the ranches, bailout is when the pursuit of a vehicle from law enforcement goes through the fence or stops and everyone just bails out and runs. I think today we've already had 1 or 2. Last night there was a bailout in the middle of town. A total of 17 people were at large.
I live with a pistol on my side. I don't care if I'm on the ranch or I go to town. I never in my lifetime thought I'd have to get up every morning and put my pistol on my side. If they would come and do it the right way, I'd be the first one on the bridge shaking their hands. Exactly. But when you bang on my doors and I see guns in your hands and I see all the rest of the stuff's going on, you can't tell me it's humanitarian.
Anything that results from unlawful entries such as fentanyl poisoning or crimes committed by illegal aliens, that's all preventative crime. There's a legal analysis you can go to, but it's called the but-for test. But for something happening, the other thing wouldn't happen. But for us not having a secure border, they would not have been able to commit those crimes in the first place. They're all preventable. So the people that are raped, the people who get poisoned, if we had a secure border, those crimes wouldn't even have occurred.
If all of America could get a taste of what we're going through down here, I believe it would change.
The failure to secure our southern border is putting American lives at risk. Only 3 days after Title 42 expired, 5 migrants arrested at the U.S. border were discovered to be on the FBI's terrorist watch list. The chilling question remains, how many evaded capture and are in the country right now? Securing our borders is not xenophobic, nor is it racist. The residents of border communities are the first to say that when immigrants come to the United States legally, they are welcomed with open arms and opportunities. It's time that we secure our southern border for good. You can contribute to this cause by completing our survey today and making your voice heard.